Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to Watch Mojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movie sequels of 2019 so far.
Don't you see? They are trying to change us.
Don't worry, the song has like zero effect on me.
You're dancing.
That means we're looking at sequels that were released between January and August 2019 that lived up to their predecessors. However, we're not including Hobbs and Shaw because that was technically a spin-off of the Fast and Furious series. Anyway, let's get to the list. Number 10. Annabelle Comes Home.
Everything you see in here is either haunted, cursed, or has been used in some kind of ritualistic practice. Nothing's a toy. It's safer for these things to be in here than out there.
2014's Annabelle may have been a low point for the Conjuring universe, but Annabelle creation significantly upped the ante and the thrills. The creepy doll's latest big screen outing falls somewhere in the middle. Annabelle Comes Home is by no means a game changer for the horror genre or even this particular franchise, but it is a solid popcorn flick with just enough jump out of your seat moments.
I like your doll.
Although demonologists Ed and Lorraine Warren are present, the focus is mainly shifted to their young daughter Judy, played by McKenna Grace. Along with her co-stars Madison Iseman and Katie Sarife, Grace carries a strong ensemble that supplies the film with a beating heart. Then, of course, there's Annabelle herself, who is always good for a few scares. Number 9. Happy Death Day 2 You. Happy Death Day was a bit like Groundhog Day meets Friday the 13th, putting a clever spin on the slasher genre.
The day reset when you died, right?
Yeah, some psycho dude named Baby Mess attacked me. But it was just a dream, right?
Toombs is dead.
So's Lori.
And who's the killer this time?
In Happy Death Day 2 You, the filmmakers inject a little Back to the Future Part 2 into the formula, making for a follow-up that's both similar and fresh in all the right ways.
I finally kicked Lori's crazy ass out a window and killed her, which broke the loop, or so I thought. But now it only looks like I passed the loop onto you, and you're gonna be stuck reliving this day until we figure out how to stop it.
Jessica Roth solidifies her Scream Queen status as Tree Geldman, who finds herself trapped in another time loop. Rather than just repeating the first movie beat for beat, though, this follow-up takes Tree to some unexpectedly hilarious and even emotional places. The story also finally addresses the origins behind the time loop, giving this second chapter a purpose in the grand scheme of things.
I am so done with this shit.
Number 8. Glass. A sequel to Split, which in itself was a secret sequel to Unbreakable, Glass is the final entry in a trilogy we never expected to see.
I am you.
Equal parts sequel and crossover, this superhero thriller unites David Dunn, Kevin Crumb, and Elijah Price as they face their greatest challenge yet, a psychiatric evaluation.
You've convinced yourselves you have extraordinary gifts, like something out of a comic book. I am here to discuss the possibility that you are mistaken.
The critical reception towards Glass was mostly negative, and honestly, we're not sure why. Granted, the film isn't without pacing issues, but the interactions between these colorful characters and the inventive world building make for an engaging ride.
I assumed you were sent here to be an avenging angel. How much do you want to avenge us?
M. Night Shyamalan is known for shocking endings, but this film delivers several twists for the price of one, leaving us on a final note that actually shows great potential for a fourth installment.
I believe that if everyone sees what just a few people become when they wholly embrace their gifts, others will awaken.
Number 7. The Lego Movie 2, the second part.
Everything is awesome.
Hey, Surfer Dave! It's Chainsaw Dave now! Morning, Scribble Cop!
While not quite as awesome as its 2014 predecessor, this follow-up to the Lego Movie maintains the same surreal humor and surprising emotional weight that made the original so special. The film satirizes everything from Mad Max Fury Road to Hot Tub Time Machine.
Love you. I love you more.
Okay, that's adorable.
More than anything else, though, the Lego Movie 2 is an ingenious send-up of actor Chris Pratt's career. Pratt turns in a dual voiceover performance as Everyman Emmett and Rex Dangervest, a galaxy defender, archaeologist, cowboy, and raptor trainer.
Whoa, the name's Rex. Rex Danger Vest, galaxy defending archaeologist, cowboy, raptor trainer who likes building furniture, busting heads, and having chiseled features previously hidden under baby fat.
Basically, it's as if Andy Dwyer met an amalgamation of Pratt's action roles, creating a hilarious dynamic. In the midst of all the absurdity is a touching message about family, growing up, and the building blocks of imagination that bridge us all together.
Hey, I'm really sorry I tried to change you.
Oh, and I'm sorry I blew up the wedding and almost banished everyone to an eternity of lifelessness in a cosmic storage bin. It's fine.
Can we be special best friends still?
Forever.
Number 6, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World.
Whoa! Hold up, Toothless!
It's been nearly a decade since we first met Hiccup, Toothless, and the other residents of Berk on the big screen. Whereas most animated characters abide by a strict status quo, the audience can feel the passage of time in the hidden world.
You do know it's not a chew toy, don't you? Is this what you want? Oh, do you want this leg? Do you want my leg? Yeah, go get it.
Hiccup is no longer a geeky teenager, but a confident leader who's willing to risk everything for the good of his people and their dragons. The film also provides some welcome development for Toothless, whose passions are ignited by a light fury dragon. The stunning animation is matched by the film's rich atmosphere, amounting to what might be the most beautiful film DreamWorks has ever produced. The true beauty, however, lies within the bond between our main characters as they take their fitting final fight.
I was so busy fighting for a world that I wanted, I didn't think about what you needed. You've looked after us for long enough. Time to look after yourselves.
Number 5, Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Long live the king.
The humans remain the least interesting part of the MonsterVerse, and the story is, once again, nothing spectacular. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to see the most badass kaiju in Toho's library brought to life through state-of-the-art special effects.
You gotta be kidding.
While it's debatable if King of the Monsters is better than 2014's Godzilla, it is most certainly bigger, taking the bombastic action to another level of excitement. Godzilla naturally takes center stage, but he needs to literally fight for his crown with the arrival of King Ghidorah.
This is Godzilla's world. We just live in it.
Damn right.
The filmmakers don't stop there, introducing Mothra, Rodan, and several others in what's possibly the most gargantuan monster mash ever put to film. Your move, Godzilla vs. Kong. Number 4, Toy Story 4.
I know, this is a little strange, but we all have to make sure nothing happens to Forky.
Something happened to him.
We'll admit that part of us went into Toy Story 4 thinking, is another sequel really necessary? Toy Story 3 had such a strong sense of finality, making a feature-length continuation seem redundant.
We can't stay.
Yes, you can, boys.
Woody, behind you!
Oh, what are you doing here?
If Toy Story 4 teaches us anything, though, it's that nobody's story is ever truly over. There are always new adventures to be had, new friends to make, and new lessons to learn.
Woody'll save me. I've known that guy my whole life. 2 days.
In order to take that next step forward, however, you may need to reconnect with someone from the past. Such is the case for Woody, as Bo Peep re-enters his world and helps put things into perspective. Although Pixar has brought another chapter to a close, the bittersweet ending is just as much a new beginning for our characters.
Woody, somebody's whispering in your ear. Everything's gonna be okay.
Number 3, John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. Between his hilarious voiceover work as Duke Kaboom and his return as John Wick, Keanu Reeves is a worthy contender for Performer of the Year.
Our service is still off limits to me. What do you need? Guns. Lots of guns.
John Wick Chapter 3 doesn't just raise the stakes for the titular assassin, but also raises the bar for the action genre. Rather than settling for mindless escapism, this sequel is staged and choreographed with the same artistry and passion you'd find at a ballet. A ballet with guns, knives, and killer dogs.
All of this for what? Because of a puppy?
Wasn't just a puppy.
In an era where so many blockbusters are over-reliant on CGI, This franchise continues to make a compelling case for good old-fashioned practical effects and stunt work. This gives every over-the-top set piece a hint of realism, making us feel the pain in the best ways.
And away we go.
Number 2, Spider-Man Far From Home.
Everywhere I go, I see his face. I just really miss him.
Yeah, I miss him too.
With the Infinity Saga officially wrapped up, the MCU is sure to bring major changes going forward. Likewise, Peter Parker must juggle several life changes in Spider-Man Far From Home, learning the hard way that crime fighting never takes a vacation.
Toothpaste? Pack your suit.
I just want to go on my trip with my friends. Europe doesn't really need a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
In Spider-Man Homecoming, Peter was an eager young hero who wanted to swing his way to the big leagues. Now that his time to step up has come, however, Peter begins to reconsider if he can handle the power or the responsibility.
There's a part of me that wants me to tell you, just turn around, run away from all this, and then there's another part of me that knows what we're about to fight, what's at stake. And I'm glad you're here.
Since Peter is wrestling with growing pains, it's only appropriate that Far From Home feels larger in scale and more adult in its themes. Just as Tom Holland is maturing as an actor, this version of Spidey is growing up quite nicely.
MJ, I
am Spider-Man.
No, of course I'm not.
I mean, it's kind of obvious.
Not quite at the end yet. Almost there though. Just be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Alright, back to business. Number 1, Avengers Endgame. As much as we love the original Avengers, it was essentially a trial run compared to this grand finale.
Avengers!
Assemble.
In addition to being a follow-up to Avengers Infinity War, Endgame serves as the culmination of everything the MCU has worked towards. Marvel did not disappoint its legion of fans, bringing several ongoing storylines to a deserved conclusion.
How'd that work out for you? It was beautiful.
With a runtime of roughly 3 hours and a cast big enough to fill a sports arena, Endgame should be too ambitious for its own good. Since Marvel dedicated over a decade to these characters though, nothing about Endgame comes off as overstuffed or unearned. This isn't just 2019's best sequel so far, but also one that audiences are gonna look back on as a pivotal landmark in cinema.
And I am Iron Man.
Wow, I'm so shocked by number 1 and number 2 on this list. However did we come up with them? Aside from Endgame, what has been your favorite sequel this year? Actually, also, are there any other sequels coming out later in the year that you're excited about? Let us know in the comments. I am very excited about It Chapter 2, obviously. And if you want to keep that conversation going, catch me on Twitter at Rebecca Brayton. Anyway, be sure to like and subscribe and watch this other video, because it's kind of like a sequel to this video, right? No? Whatever.